Hello, welcome to your Ladies Out Loud yoga practice. Things are a little bit different this week as the coronavirus is running rampant and we're all confined to our houses. So I've created this practice for you so that you can continue your yoga practice at home. So same as usual, we're going to get started with legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall nearby, you can use legs up the couch. That's going to be a great option. Make sure you have your strap handy as well as your 2 blocks, maybe a water bottle, and maybe also a blanket for when we get into Shavasana. So if we need to pause the video and go gather some things, you can do that now, or we're just going to get started getting your bum nice and close up to the wall or couch. And then bringing your legs on top so that they become elevated. And your heart rate might begin to slow down a little bit. You can close your eyes and begin to settle into your practice. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up the lungs and the belly. And exhale, sigh it all out. Land into your space. Listen to the sounds of your environment. Notice any scents in the room, any sounds, any smells, any feeling of your clothing on top of your body. Notice all the parts of your body that are in contact with the earth. The support of the earth. The softness of your breath as it escapes your nostrils. And then begin to drop deeper, coming into yourself. Start to really notice your breath and begin to follow it with your mind. Notice all the subtle changes the body has to make to accommodate the inhales and the exhales. See if you can come to a place where you can begin to observe your mind. To notice your thoughts as they come in and out. That constant running track. And see if you can leave your thoughts on the surface of your consciousness. And maybe allow yourself to sink even deeper, coming home to yourself. The most authentic part of you. The place that is at your core. Begin to deepen your breath, lengthening your inhales and your exhales equally. Notice the gentle pause at the top of the breath and the spaciousness there. And notice the pause at the bottom of the exhale. Begin to cultivate your Ujjayi pranayama. So just making a slight constriction in the back of the throat, letting the breath have an audible quality. Know that this posture is available for the duration of your practice. If you start to become a little bit tired, or if you just feel like this would be more soothing to you, come back here anytime. Now moving very slowly, very carefully with yourself, we're going to start to move towards a seated position. And potentially using your blocks to find an elevated seat. So 1 or 2 blocks, making a little chair. Sitting your hips upon the chair, letting the legs be crossed. And finding a way that you're comfortable with your hips elevated above your knees. So when the hips are above the knees, it's easier for the spine to be long and tall and comfortable like that. Good. So sitting up nice and tall without any rigidity in the spine, begin to drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. And you might sprinkle your right fingers down towards the floor to draw some length into the right side of your neck. Let the breath be nice and long, steady and smooth. And very gently begin to tip your chin down towards your collarbone and just feel how the stretch moves along the top of your neck. And very gently picking your chin back up. And you can move along this plane with your own intuition and just find those little sticky spots of maybe tension or pain, the places where you hold things. And pause there and breathe into them. Give yourself that space. Good. Release this one. Roll the chin all the way down towards your chest. Let the forehead pull your head forward. So just let gravity help you here. Release the muscles on the back of the neck and even let the shoulders kind of start to slump in. You might find a little sway side to side, just really loosening through those muscles. Good. Inhale, raise your gaze. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Maybe the left fingertips make contact with the earth. And very slowly on this side, the same as the other, moving your chin down towards the chest. Searching for those little pockets of tension, the places that need the breath. And moving your chin all the way back up. Kind of like a sideways yes type motion with your head. A couple more breaths here, remembering to breathe, remembering to keep the breath long and deliberate. And then release this side, roll your chin to your chest. Let everything release, maybe find the gentlest little sway side to side. Good, and then inhale, raise your gaze. Take your arms out to the side, making a cactus shape with the elbows. As you exhale, cross the right elbow over top of the left and either bring the palms to meet each other or the backs of the palms to meet each other, or you can give yourself like a bear hug, hands to the shoulders. And wherever your hands are, we're going to reach them up high. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower the elbows down. Press the hands away from your face. And then bring them all the way back in. Turn the whole package over to the left. And then bring the whole package over to the right. Back through the center. With the bottom hand, press the top hand away over towards the side. So if the hands are just like in this, you can take a little twist over to the side still. Just changes the sensation, moves the stretch around. Inhale, come back. Release the hands down. Good. Inhale, bring the hands up. Cactus shape the arms. Exhale, left elbow over top of the right. Either the palms meet, the backs of the palms touch, or you find bear hug on this side. Good. Inhale, bring the hands high. Deep breaths here, trying to expand through the back body. And lower the elbows down. Press the hands away from your face. Bring them back in. Turn the whole package to the right. And turn the whole package to the left. Bring the hands back through center. Good. And then tilt the hands over towards the left. So pressing the bottom palm into the right hand, you can do that. Back through the middle and release everything. Good. You're going to take hold of your strap now. Good. And it can be in a long line, or it can be kind of like, yeah, you want a pretty big loop here, I think. Good. So taking the strap into your hands, and you want it pretty long because it's going to come behind the back. And if you don't have a lot of space in your shoulders, then you're going to need a bit more length. So bringing the strap all the way back behind you, and let the palms face the front like that. So you're going to take a deep breath in, reach the hands up high, and exhale, bring them down in front. So if you found that was like hard or impossible, take more space on your strap. Inhale, bring your hands back up. Exhale, take them back behind you. Good, and we're gonna move through a few rounds of this on your own time with your own breath, warming up through your shoulders, through your chest. This might be a pretty intense one for some of you, so just go easy, go mindfully. Especially if you have shoulder injuries. So you can continue with this one if you want to, or you can go to your sticky spot and just hang out there with your strap. And take a few breaths just into that place, and you'll know where it is. It's kind of like the place where it becomes a little bit hard to move through. It's just sticky. Couple more breaths there. Good, release that. Reach your hands up high. You can change the grip. So again, the palms are just facing forward and you have a grip on your strap. You're going to dip all the way over to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, dip to the left. Inhale through center. Take it to the right. Inhale middle. Exhale left. Inhale center. Take one more. To the right. All the way back up. And release your strap down. So you're going to remove the blocks from under your seat and come onto hands and knees. So shoulders come on top of your wrist and hips right on top of your knees. Your toes can be tucked under or not, that's your choice. On an inhale, sink your belly to the floor. Raise your gaze and your tailbone. As you exhale, round your spine and press away the floor. Good. Inhale, resink the belly. Exhale, round the spine, press the floor away. A few more cycles of this here with your own breath and your own pace. Your own level of activation, pressing away the floor or dragging the palms in towards you if the belly is down. This one can help to open up the spine a little bit more in the chest, and it's so nice. And then eventually start to create any kind of movement in the body that just feels good. So it's circling your rib cage or sinking your hips down or looking over one shoulder, just anything that feels good, moving into your sticky spots, your stuck places. Good, and returning back to a neutral spine here. Extend just your right leg back and flex your toes towards your shin. Elevate your pelvis, so try to drop the right hip down so it's level with the left. This is option 1. Option 2, you'll reach your left hand forward as well. Really firming through the core, stay strong here. Option 3, as we exhale, we're going to touch elbow to knee under the body. Inhale, take it open. We'll do 2 more like that. Exhale, touch them. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Pause there. Place the left hand down. Place the right knee down. Good job. Take 1 cat-cow to wash it away. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, spine rounds. And back through the center. This time, extend the left leg back. This is option 1, and you can stay here like this. Option 2, reach the right hand forward. Pause there. Knit your rib bones into your hip bones and keep your core nice and tight. As you exhale, touch your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach them apart. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. 1 round cat-cow, just feel it in the spine, wash it away. Good job. Take the knees apart and the big toes together. Walk your hands out, come into child's pose. Good, keep the breath nice and long here. Take a deep breath in and reach your fingers forward as far as they'll go. On an exhale, crawl your hands over to the right side of your mat and trap down the right hand with the left and take a deep breath into your left lung. Good. Inhale, bring your hands back through center. Exhale, take them over towards the left. Trapping down left hand with the right and take your breath into the right lung. So searching more space from the inside out, seeing if you can use your lungs to expand the ribcage and just stretch into those extra little muscles that are everywhere along that plane. And inhale, bring your hands back through center. Maybe give your hips a little wiggle side to side here. Start to crawl your hands closer towards you. Tuck under your toes and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now take a few breaths here, pedaling your heels towards the floor, just making all of those movements that you like to do in your first downward dog. Splay your fingers wide on the mat. And if it's a lot on the hamstrings, feel free to bend into the knees or even take a wider stance in your downward dog. Both are really, really good options. Good. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes, and then exhale, tippy toe your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Coming into a forward fold, so you can have the knees bent here, and maybe hands come to opposite elbow creases, and you can find a little sway side to side. So let the arms be so heavy and let the head be so heavy, so this gravity can help to pull some length into your spine. Good. Release your hands to the floor. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift. Bring hands to shins and lengthen your spine. Exhale, release it, forward fold. And then very slowly rising up to standing. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, find length, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Step one foot and then the other back into plank pose. Plank pose can be kneeling plank pose. It's your choice. Take a deep breath in here. And then pull the elbows to the rib cage and lower all the way down to your belly. Good. So place the hands right under your shoulders, the shoelace part of your foot into the floor. On an inhale, press up your chest for a cobra pose. Keep the shoulders pulling away from the ears. The quads slightly flexed to keep the glutes turned on. Exhale, lower down. And we'll take two more like that. Inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Once again, inhale, find your little back bend. Exhale, lower down. Tuck under your toes, press up through plank or kneeling plank. Find your downward facing dog. Good, that was sun salutation A. And we're gonna take one more just like that, only a little bit faster. So inhale, rise up onto your toes, and then step your toes to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, find length, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, longest spine. Exhale, hands come down, step your feet back into plank or kneeling plank. Always your choice. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, press your chest high, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck under the toes, press up, plank or kneeling plank. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, pick up your right leg. Bend your knee and open your hip to the side. We won't be here too long. This is the hydrant pose. So we're going to try to level the shoulders towards the floor. Press your left heel towards the floor and keep lifting up through the right knee. Take one more deep breath in here. On an exhale, step the right toes between your hands at the top of the mat. So you might find that your foot lands somewhere along the way. You'll just pick it up and move it to the top of the mat. And that's all we need to do. Lower your back knee down to the floor and find your blocks. So you're going to use blocks on either side of your foot. Just like that. So if the floor ever seems far, you use the blocks in your hands. Simple as that. Good. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, start to guide your hips backwards. So if the floor still seems far away, you'll just add some height to your blocks. And then you can flex your toes up towards the ceiling. And this is the half split pose, Ardha Hanumanasana. Start to bow your chest down towards your thigh. Drag your heel back, magnetizing towards your left knee. Use your breath to support the pose. So if it's a strength that you're looking for, find it on the inhale. Pull in the energy that you need. If it's release you need, taking tension away, you'll find it on the exhale. Let it drift off as you breathe out. Good. Inhale, rebend your right knee. We're going to press into the hands and lift your back knee up off of the floor, so we're back into that low lunge. Now powering through the feet and really firming through the legs, finding strength, we're going to reach the hands forward and rise them all the way up overhead. So we're in the high lunge pose. Deep breaths here. Nice and strong through your legs. We're going to take this one into warrior two. So your back foot will spin open. The right heel dissects the center of your back foot. I'll move my blocks so you can see better. And the arms come out to the side. Good. Gaze down your right middle finger. Squeeze your right knee open. Press the floor away with both feet so you can really power up through your legs. We'll take it into exalted warrior. Flip the right palm to the sky. Slide the left hand down the left thigh. Reach up and back and expand through both lungs. Beautiful. Inhale, come back through the center. Exhale, reach forward and then drop your right elbow to your right knee. The left arm will come over top of your left ear. And now try to spiral your bottom lung open. Gaze towards the sky. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Inhale picks you all the way up. Straighten through your right leg and point your toes the same as the left toes. Good, so you're kind of in the star pose. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, hinge your hips and bow forward. So your hands, again, might come to your blocks to support you here. And maybe you find that you can lower the blocks a little bit and come a little deeper. Maybe you don't need the blocks. And you'll come into a forward fold. So if you find that the hamstrings are really struggling here, it could help to take a wider stance, so wiggling the feet farther apart. It might help to take a gentle bend into the knees just to support yourself here as well. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, raise all the way back up, nice and tall. Good. Next one we're gonna do needs the strap. So grab onto that wherever it is. Again, make it pretty long, pretty nice and long for you. The feet are gonna stay in this stance, about a leg's length apart. And just like we did in the beginning of class, bring the strap behind your back. Place your hands forward, take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, bow, hinge your hips, let the hands fall over top of your head. Now, if you find that you have super open shoulders and this is just not enough for you, like if that was happening, maybe your hands would be on the floor, you in that case would clasp your hands together and let the hands come forward like that. You can see my shoulders are pretty tight though, so I don't really have that range of motion to even demonstrate to you properly. One more deep breath here. Inhale, pick it all the way back up. Yes, good job. Release your strap, and you're gonna step to the top of the mat. I'm gonna stand sideways just to demonstrate this a little bit better. So standing into your right foot, lift and spread your toes into the floor so you can really find your balance there. And if you want to, you can even move to a wall and hang on to a wall. We're gonna find our tree pose today. So you're gonna place your left foot anywhere from the ankle to the calf, all the way up into your inner thigh, left foot into the right inner thigh. And press your foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot really, really hard. Hands can come in front of your heart. In fact, hands can go wherever you want them to. Keep squeezing your left knee open. Keep firming the foot into the leg. Now, if you're struggling here, that's great. If you're moving around and wobbling, that's awesome. Your body's learning. All these little stabilizing muscles are becoming stronger. They say new neural pathways are formed in the brain when we're learning these balance postures, but not if we're not struggling. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, lift your gaze to the sky. And if you want a little more, close your eyes and see how much they actually do for you. One more deep breath in. Exhale, step your left foot down. Good job. We'll do the other side. So firming your left foot into the floor, really finding that grounding. And you'll pick up your right leg and you'll place it anywhere along the left leg. And same as before, really pressing your foot in and pressing your leg back into that foot. So this strong, firm foundation, these muscles are all working, and it makes you stronger and more solid in the posture. Keep squeezing your right knee open so there's like an opening in the hips. Really good. A few more breaths here. And if you want to move into the challenge, you can look up. You might find that one leg is a lot easier to stand on than the other. It may be stronger, you may be just more used to it. It's just something to observe. Close your eyes. And step your right foot down. Nice work. So standing at the top of your mat, inhale, sweep your hands high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step both feet to the back of the mat, plank pose or kneeling plank pose, and lower down to your belly. We're going to change up the back bend this time, so bring your elbows right underneath of your shoulders. Firm your hands into the floor. Roll your pubic bone slightly into the floor so you can feel that the glutes turn on a little bit. And then start to drag the palms back towards you so you can open up in the chest. This is Sphinx pose. So it's a pretty active pose. There's definitely a lot of work happening here. You can drag yourself so hard that your arms start to shake. Good. Keep the palms planted into the floor. We will transition into extended puppy dog. So you're just going to lift up the hips and allow the forehead to come into the floor. And you want to find this spacing where the hips are right on top of your knees. So you might find that this is great for you, and you might find you could take a little bit more sensation. If that's the case, you'll just look forward and drop your chin and your chest to the floor. And if you find it hard to breathe in these postures, just tell your body that it is safe. It's okay to breathe here. You have everything you need, and it's going to be okay. One more deep breath in. Exhale, crawl yourself back, sink your hips over your heels, and bring your thighs together. So this is a closed-legged child's pose. And then you're going to round your belly over top of your thighs. Let your forehead come to the floor. Some deep breaths here. Reach your fingers forward, tuck your toes under, press your hips high, downward facing dog. Pick up your left heel as you inhale and bend your knee, find hydrant pose. One more deep breath in, lifting your knee up a little bit higher, grip your fingers into the floor, press the right heel towards the earth. As you exhale, you're going to curl your knee in nice and tight and step your toes between your thumbs at the top of the mat. Or you pick up your foot and you move it up there. One way or another, it gets there. Good. Drop your back knee down to the floor. Make sure your blocks are handy if you need them in your hands. And you might not. There we go. So back knee into the floor. Flex your left toes towards the sky. And then start to draw your hips backwards. So if this left leg doesn't go all the way straight, but you're already feeling a great stretch in the back of the leg and the hamstring, that's okay. You can just stay right there. If you need it to go all the way straight, that's available. If you need a little bit more height from the blocks to support a nice, strong, straight back, you can do that. Good. And eventually maybe playing with bowing your chest down towards your thigh. Nice long breaths here. Half split pose. Letting the inhales draw more length into the spine, into the back of the leg, and the exhales dragging away that tension, whatever is holding you back. And firm your hands into your blocks. Plant your left foot back onto the floor. And really powering hands down into either floor or the blocks, tucking the right toes under, lift your right knee up off of the floor. We're back in the low lunge. As you inhale, reach forward, really stepping into the feet hard. Pick your hands up overhead, high lunge pose. So we're nice and strong here, working your front thigh towards parallel. Working your back leg towards straight. This is a challenging posture. It takes a lot of strength to be here. The next posture is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So we're going to spin your back foot, open your arms wide, and turn your torso to the right. And the pinky toe edge of the right foot is sealed into the floor. The left leg is bending. Maybe you can parallel that thigh to the floor. Torso right on top of your hips. Relax the shoulders, but keep the arms strong and the gaze over top of your middle finger. Then flip the left palm to the sky. Inhale, slide the right hand down the right thigh, exalted warrior. Nice and strong, extending out of both side bodies. Inhale through center, pick it up. Exhale, reach forward, drop your elbow to your knee and the right arm over the right ear. And then keep spinning your bottom ribs open. You can gaze towards the sky or towards your right fingers. Nice deep breaths. And inhale, pick it all the way back up. And you're gonna take your feet closer together this time. So maybe like hips distance apart. And you're gonna take a bend into the knees, bring the hands right on top of your thighs. Your toes can point out a little bit if you want to. It's kind of a personal preference. So inhale, place the hands down, strong, long in the back. Exhale, drop your right shoulder down and gaze over top of your left shoulder. So we're bringing a twist into the upper back. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder and gaze over the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the right, gaze over the left. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, left shoulder dips, gaze over the right. Inhale through center. We'll take one more each side, twisting to your left. Inhale through center, twisting to your right. Inhale through center, nice long back, hands to your hips, raise all the way up. Step to the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in, reach your hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. And then you're just gonna come to a seat. Good. So the first posture, extend the right leg out and pull your left foot to your inner right thigh. And here again, you might have your strap. So we're gonna turn the torso over top of the right leg and maybe using your strap to kind of leverage yourself closer, folding over top of your right leg. Nice long breaths. inhale, bring yourself all the way up. You're going to step the left foot over top of the right leg. So option 1, you're going to squeeze your left knee towards your chest and just try to lift your sternum. So we're going to come into a little bit of a twist. This is option 1. Option 2, the left hand plants by your left hip. Inhale, pick up the right hand, and you're going to twist through the core as you exhale, and you can use your elbow to go a little bit deeper here. Inhales grow you taller. Exhales help you to move deeper into the posture. Good. Let your next inhale bring you back through center. Exhale, a little twist to the right, just a little bow, dip to the right, a little wiggle maybe. Unwind the spine. Good. And then bring the right shin parallel with the top of your mat. And then your left shin will be parallel with the long edge of your mat. You're going to bring your hands to either side of your right knee. Lengthen the spine, inhale. So you exhale, fold over top of your right thigh. This is fallen deer pose. So if you know that you really like the pigeon pose in your body, one-legged pigeon, I invite you to go there now. This is a beautiful place to start when we're working with tight hips or sometimes knee issues as well. Inhale, take yourself all the way back up. Extend through the right leg once again, and this time we're just going to pull the left heel towards the left hip. So I'll give this option first. You're going to bring your hands back behind you in support. Press your left hip flexor towards the sky. So we're looking for the stretch in the quad and into the hip flexor. Some of you might be able to come down to your forearms or all the way flat and just go as deep as it's comfortable for you. Some of you might have knee problems and ankle problems, so I'm going to invite you to roll all the way onto your right side. Take your left ankle to your left hand and just press your hip flexor forward. So that's another option if you have some knee stuff or anything else going on. On an inhale, wherever you're at, bring yourself all the way back up to a seat. We'll extend the left leg out and pull the right foot to the inner left thigh. Again, your strap might come in handy here. You'll loop it over top of the left foot. Sit up nice and tall, inhale. Exhale, bow. And using your inhale breath again, finding just little increments of length in the spine and maybe into the back of your left leg. And your exhale to fold a little bit deeper. So again, if the left leg doesn't want to be straight all the way, it doesn't have to be. You can bend it. You can even place a little block underneath of it to support. I know we've talked about this in class quite a bit, so some of you are probably already doing that because you're really good at modifying. Good. 2 more breaths here. And on an inhale, pick it all the way up. We'll cross the right leg over top of the left. So option 1, again, you're just going to hug your knee close to your body, and you might find a beautiful stretch through your right glute. You can kind of start to twist over towards your right. Option 2, right hand plants by the right hip. Inhale, pick up your left hand. Exhale, twist all the way over towards the right. Let your inhales grow you taller, and your exhales twist you deeper. And allow the lungs to feel challenged against the organs so you can tell yourself you're safe and just keep breathing anyway, even though it might be a little bit sticky. Good. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, take a little twist to the other side, a little bow, maybe a wiggle. And sit yourself all the way back up. This time you're going to bring the left leg so it's parallel with the top of your mat, and the right shin so it's parallel with the side of your mat, the long edge of the mat. Good. Support yourself on either side of your left thigh. Take a deep breath in, and then hinging forward, bow. So again, option to just go right into your one-legged pigeon pose if that is more soothing for your body. But I know a lot of you like to be here, so I'll be here too. Nice breaths, allowing yourself to melt into the posture. Inhale, take it all the way back up. And this time we'll have the right heel towards the right hip. The left leg is long. So hands can come back, just gently support and press your hip flexor high. Take it as deep as you want to, or you can take that variation where you just roll on your side and clasp your hand to your ankle and press back there. So nice deep breaths here. Lengthening the front side of your body. And inhale, start to pick yourself all the way back up. Good. Extending the legs out in front, and then bring the soles of the feet together. Take a little basket grip around the bottom of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding over top of the diamond shape in your legs. So you can kind of use the hands to leverage yourself forward. Try to keep the back a little bit lengthened here. Good. Now keep the shape in the legs. Bring a peace finger grip around your big toes. We're going to start to balance onto the sit bones and pick your feet up. So the legs might stay bent like this. You might extend them all the way. This is your extra challenge today. I know we've played with this one. So option is stay here like this, or you can rock it all the way back and catch yourself back up on that tailbone balance. You can give it a try. And then the next posture is happy baby. So again, make sure there's nothing behind you. We're just gonna rock back and catch your feet in your hands and pull your knees down towards the floor. The soles of the feet might be up towards the ceiling. There's another variation where the knees bend and you just reach for the ankles, and that one can be really nice too. So happy baby, however you like it. You can rock and roll side to side. Play with extending your legs up overhead. And then eventually letting your feet fall to the floor with knees bent on either sides of your mat, and then just windshield washer your knees from side to side. Nice and slow, moving with your breath, pausing on either side if you wish. The next posture we're going to take is our Shavasana. So if you have a blanket nearby, you may wish to drape that over top of you. Option to take legs up the wall or legs on the couch again if you love that one. Wherever you are, just allow yourself to take up so much space. And splay the hands out, palms to the ceiling, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up all the way. And exhale, sigh it all out. Melt into your space. Let go of your practice. Let go of your breath. Let go of the holding and the doing. Allow yourself just to be, just as you are. And thank you all for your practice today. I wish that I got to see you this week, but this is the next best thing. I'm going to leave you here to rest as long as you need to, and please take your time. Have the most beautiful week. I hope you are all well. Love and light. Namaste.